What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casters Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. So I told y'all I would be doing a review over the Air Jordan 4 Ma Maniere, and that is what I'll be doing for y'all today. So hopefully you're ready for this review. You're curious to see what it looks like, especially because we have more releases of the shoe coming up. So like I mentioned, hopefully you enjoy this review. But of course, before we jump into it, just a really quick daily lace up for y'all over this shoe. So starting off, we actually got another first look from Private Selection, and this is of the Nike SB and Jarritos collab. And as you see, it's like a greenish color. It got green on the swoosh and a tan on there, and then like a lighter tan as well. So it's an interesting looking SB Dunk. I'd be curious to see it in person, but it actually looks pretty good. Maybe one that I'll try to cop, but it's just gonna be a way to see with whenever they actually like put out official images. And I'd also be curious to see if this is the only color that we'll get, or if we'll be getting more colors of this shoe. So that is one of the Nike SB Dunk lows that is set to come out sometime soon. I don't know the exact release date for that. And then the other thing that I did want to talk about is going back to the Lost and Founds. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about them anymore, but I can't even find it. What I was looking for. Let me see. Here it is. So apparently some of the Lost and Found ones have been coming with mold on them, and we've seen that issue before, like with the Citrus 7. Some of those shoes have mold on them as well. So I'd be curious to see how widespread this was. I feel like it wouldn't be too widespread, but you just never know. But this just adds to the story of what all we've had going on with the Lost and Found ones. And it sounds like we should be getting more, of course, restocks of that shoe. Let me see. Ralph Kick put out today, as far as Nike goes, I heard Nike stores will not release leftovers from sneakers passed via first come first serve. Nike stores are being told to ship all leftovers back. Did Foot Locker do leftovers today in certain cities? Hearing they didn't, but I need confirmation. Re-raffle question mark. And then he also said it will probably be immensely chaotic to release these via first come first serve at major stores. Also a safety issue. I think we'll be seeing restocks and re-raffles. And I've been kind of thinking the same thing. At some point we're going to see probably restocks on Flex. I don't know about Finish Line. And then of course probably a second chance to a Jordan Reserve on the sneakers app. Like Ralph mentioned, it's just way too chaotic to release these pairs first come first serve. It's just everybody wants them, and it would just get very, very crazy. So hopefully whenever we do see a restock on these, there will be a good amount of pairs. Hopefully the server issues aren't as bad, and we can get through that release pretty smoothly. And if you weren't able to cop a pair, then you can get a pair from there. I know I'm still looking for a size 7.5 because I have to get my girl's size. So I'll be on the hunt for another restock as well for these Jordan 1 Lost and Founds. So I think that's everything I had for the daily list. So let's go ahead and jump into this review over the Air Jordan 4 Ma Maniere. I could not think for a second. Now, I kind of be discussing the materials on the shoe, the fit of the shoe, and just my overall thoughts and impressions of the shoe. Now, before I do jump in, of course, I do just want to give like a quick backstory over the shoe. And so Sneakers has some information, and then the Ma Maniere website has some information. So I'll read both of those, and then of course at the end of the video, I will have an on-feet review for y'all because this is my size, this is my personal pair. So for those of y'all that didn't get a pair yet, I will provide y'all with what they look like on feet. So started off with sneakers and just kind of what the information is on here. Now they are set to release November 23rd. Retail price is $225, and Sneakers Sneakers says it's not about the shoes, it's about where you're going. Once again, partnering with James Whitner's Ma Maniere, Jordan Brand brings you an AJ4 that's all about street culture, fashion, and your personal journey to greatness. The violet or upper, complete with color match laces, gives a royal vibe, adding the essence of prestige to your fit. Sleek metallic pins, tonal mesh detailing, and a quilted interior bring the luxury with every step. And check out the special edition label on the insole, legitimizing your streetwear style. In other words, you've officially arrived. So that is the information that's posted on the Sneakers app. And then going to the Ma Maniere website, they had additional information as well. And this is more like about the background of the shoe and just some further information about it. So reading it, it says, this moment is inspired by the black and brown leaders changing the world from the heart of their community with purpose, passion, and vision. Built on the value of consistent action being the only recipe for progress, a standard set by trailblazers committed to the tireless work generationally change would take to be achieved. The Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4 draws on the promise of youth to be the catalyst for change, standing up in the face of adversity and divisiveness, standing firm on our ethos of timelessness, on a silhouette renowned for its impact and significance across time. This moment serves to bring a generation together to form a better future with hope and bravery in the face of doubt and uncertainty. This is about where we're going, and the future depends on us all. And then as you see on the bottom, you do see a countdown, and yes, these are set to restock on the Ma Maniere website on this upcoming Wednesday, which is tomorrow when y'all are seeing this video. So if you did not cop a pair, there will be 2 more opportunities, which is on Wednesday, and actually, come to think of it, they're releasing on sneakers and on the Ma Maniere website on the same day. Now, that's everything with the background for the shoe, so we'll go ahead and jump into the review of the shoe. So starting off, we do have the sleeve, and this is the normal sleeve that we've gotten with, I think, all of the Air Jordan Ma Manieres that have come out. I know the 3 had them, the 2 had them, or I think they all had them. Yeah, they all had them. So it has the Ma Maniere branding on here. It has the A on there, and it is clear, and it does make that noise when you hold it or just kind of wobble it around. Now jumping to the box, this is what the box looks like, and it is that violet ore colorway on here. And I'll give you all the quick 360, but you did see the Jordan Jumpman at the top on black, in black with the white flight logo, and then you have Ma Maniere written out on the side here. And then you do see that speckled pattern on the bottom of the box as well. And the lid does pop up like so. And now going to the label. The label reads Air Jordan 4 Retro SP. The colorway is violet ore, medium ash, and black. This is a size 11.5 in men's. The retail price on these was $225. Now jumping to the interior of the shoe, or the shoe box, I'm sorry. You see the Ma Maniere on the inside of the lid here. And then you do have like the detailing, and it's like a picture, but I can't really tell what it is. And then going in further, you do have more of the Ma Maniere branding paper. So you do see the A, same thing on the sleeve. And then the rest of the box is that same violet ore. You do see the green YDM sticker on the inside of the box as well. Alright, now jumping to the shoe. This is the Air Jordan 4 Ma Maniere. Give y'all that quick 360 on these. That 360 to see. Now, it's a very interesting shoe, and I think for some people this is going to be their sneaker of the year. I'm not sure if I have it as my top sneaker of the year. I'm really like kind of torn between a couple different shoes. So whenever I make that video later in the month of December, I will have my final like top 10 shoes of the year. But I'm just not sure on this one where it would land on my rankings as of right now. Now starting off on the outsole, you do have that black Nike logo, the violet ore colorway, and that cream colorway on the outsole as well. And then moving up to the midsole, you have the all cream midsole. You see black hints of black on the back of the heel there. You see the visible air unit here as well. And continuing on towards the front of the toe box, you see that violet ore coming up along with the that cream portion on there. And then continuing on this side as well, you see more of that black that's here. Like I mentioned, that wraps all the way around the heel as well. Now going to the upper, it is made up entirely of that violet ore colorway, and it's like a nubuck kind of suede material on here. But you do it, like I mentioned, it is all the way around on the upper. And I think for me, the color it's not like a bad color, but I feel like this is going to be a color that's a little bit hard to match with, especially because it's not like a true purple. It's a darker purple or violet. So I have to kind of raid my closet to see what exactly I have that can match with these. And that's not to say they're hard to wear or like you can't match with them, but I think for me, just because of my color palette and my clothing that I have to find something to match with these. So that's my issue with the shoe, which, like I mentioned, is not a bad issue at all. Now you do have the rubber caging on that and the violet ore colorway as well. And that's on both sides of the shoe with that rubber caging or that mesh caging. And you do see it on the bottom of the tongue. And then on the back of the shoe, you do have Nike Air in black with the black heel tab. Now, one of the interesting things on this shoe is this little button, it doesn't press in for anything, but it's a silver button on here. It does have the A for Ma Maniere on the shoe. Hopefully the camera can pick it up there. But it's an interesting touch on this shoe. I know people were like not exactly sure why it's there, if they actually liked it. Honestly, it's not that bad on the shoe. It's just a little silver little button there, so it doesn't really bother me that much. Of course, you have the violet ore wings, and that's on both sides. The violet ore lace stays as well, or the lace holes here, and that's on both sides of the shoe. Now moving to the tongue, of course, like they mentioned, you do have the violet or laces that are matched to the color of the shoe. And I don't believe these come with additional laces. Now what I will say is I did see someone switch out the laces on these, and I'll put up a picture, but they put up the cream laces that were from the Air Jordan 1 Ma Maniere, and they put them in this Air Jordan 4, and they basically matched the midsole of these shoes. And like I said, I'll put up a picture so y'all can see, but honestly, it wasn't bad. Now, I will say the cream laces pop a lot more compared to these violet or laces, which are already in here. So I'll be curious to see how people feel about either cream laces or the violet or laces that are already in the shoe. Or even maybe black laces wouldn't look bad in these at all. Now, going to the tongue, you do have the violet or tongue as well, the tongue tag. You do have the Jordan Jumpman on there with the flight written out in white. And I think that is everything on the outside of the shoe. So going to the inside of the shoe, oh, actually, let me do this. So the heel tab does actually have writing on the inside of it. And so this one says, there's writing on that one. And it says, it's not about the shoes. So like I said, that's on that one. And then the other shoe says, it's about where you're going. So that is on that heel tab right there. So right, two different sayings on both sides of the shoe. Now going to the interior of the shoe, you do have paper shoe tree. And then this is the insole of the shoe. So you do have a quilted insole. And this quilted pattern on the Ma Manieres is nothing new. We've seen it with the Air Jordan, all of them. All of the Ma Maniere Jordans have that quilted material on the inside. I think this is the first time where we've had a quilted tongue. I can't remember if the other three have a quilted tongue, but off the top of my head, I don't really remember. I know they've had like the quilted sock liner, but I don't think they've had a quilted insole. Now, I will say the insole, like when I put these on and wore them, it felt a little different having a quilted insole. Like, was it uncomfortable? No, but it was just kind of a different feel to have a quilted insole. So I'd be curious to see, like with the extended wear, how exactly a quilted insole will hold up, how it will feel like comfortability wise, if it will be comfortable, or if it'll be something where I'm just kind of like, I don't like how it feels. But I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little weird putting the shoe on just because I'm not used to quilted insoles. So I'll be curious to see how y'all feel about it. And then of course you do have the tag on here. It says Ma Maniere, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. And then the season is holiday 2020. So that is the tag that is stitched onto the quilted insole. And then continuing on to the rest of the inside of the shoe. And so you do have, I mentioned, like the quilted back of the tongue. And then you do have the quilted sock liner on this one. And the sock liner is pretty thin, I will say. So that's, you do see the side sticker on the insole as well. So that's what it looks like there. And then if I could see the production date, I don't even see it in here. Let me see. It is April 12th, 2022 to August 16th, 2022. So earlier this year that these shoes were made. Now we're going to show you the other shoe as well. And so this other shoe actually has the hang tag that it comes with this shoe. And this is the same hang tag that we saw with the Air Jordan 2 Ma Maniere. So nothing different with these. That is what we see there. And then just give y'all a quick 360 of this other one. No major differences in the two. Now fit wise for this one, they fit true to size. I would recommend getting your normal size. I had a little bit of room in my 11.5, but that's how I like my shoes, especially because Jordan 4s fit a little tight in my opinion. But yeah, so I will go true to size with these. Like I mentioned, it'll take some getting used to have a quilted insole, but you know, it is what it is. And like I mentioned, you'll have 2 more opportunities to cop these on November 23rd, this upcoming Wednesday. One on the Ma Maniere website, and then the other off of sneakers. And I believe Ma Maniere put out some information in their Discord just about their upcoming release. And I think they posted on their Instagram as well. But in their Discord, they just said, following our order review process, along with additional units in select sizes, the Ma Maniere Air Jordan 4 will be available for U.S. shipping only on Wednesday, 11/23 at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on their website. So it just looks like the leftover pairs or canceled pairs from the original release. So if you're still interested in the shoe, you will have 2 opportunities on the 23rd to cop the pair. But overall, let me know how you feel about the Air Jordan 4 Ma Maniere. Must cop, pass. How are you feeling about it? I'm curious to see what will happen to resale price after these upcoming releases and kind of where things go, especially since we're around Christmas time. So you know, we'll just kind of wait and see how things go. Now, of course, stay tuned for the on-feet portion of this video at the end. I know it's a little bit longer of a video, but a lot of information behind the shoe. So, as always, appreciate y'all for stopping. And go and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can see it today when I post new content. As always, hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. I should be back with another video tomorrow. So, as always, just tap into the channel. But, as always, enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.